Let's put on the mic. How everybody's doing there? I hope you're doing well. It is going to be a fun show there. And let's get into it. We got Wookie in the house. Hey, Wookie is in demand all over the planet. Gee whiz. Yeah, well, you know, you got to stop being so Wookie awesome. How about that? Wookie awesome there. I hope you guys are doing well. Get into the chat there. Make it live. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell. We're streaming over 3 YouTube channels. Of course, Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, and Pulsechain X. Over 10,500 subscribers. Become the next subscriber and help us grow to 15,000. That's kind of the next goal, I guess. So get in there, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we're going to be talking about crypto. We're going to talk about Pulsechain, TitanX, Titan Farms, Zen, Birthday, and X1. So we've got lots in store today. Hope you guys enjoy it. And, of course, we're going to talk about the stock market as well. I think that's going to be fun. So let's do that. Let's get into it. All right, without further ado, let's power into the markets. Well, the stock market started off really well. We've had good days. So I guess we're covering Wednesday's stock market. And the S&P 500 closes higher ahead of fresh inflation data. So that's pretty cool. We've got the Dow Jones up 1%, 431 points to 42,500. We've got the S&P 500 up 0.7%, 41 points to 5,792. And we've got NASDAQ up 0.6%, 109 points to 18,291. So everything is looking hot there. Now, we did have a little bit of news notes out of the Fed Reserve. It looks like they're a substantial majority were pretty happy about doing 50 basis points back in September in the minutes, but a little bit dubious over the next rate cuts. So that's coming up. We've also got the market's expectations, so we're going to look at that in a minute. CPI data, that's consumer price data, is coming out for September on Thursday. So that's going to be pretty big. That's tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that data. But getting to the last 2% target is going to be a bit of a hard work there, says the marketplace. So let's have a look at the Fed rate monitor, see what the interest rate cut's going to look like. We've got 50 basis points, remember, in September. We've got 4 weeks and 18 minutes to go until the second rate cut meeting, probably, and that's November the 7th, 2 days after the US election. Currently, at the moment, we've got 25 basis points is the rate cut there, so 75% expecting a 25 basis point cut. Only quarter of the market actually expecting a no change, but I'm still in the we'll get another rate cut there, I'm sure. So kind of cool. All right, so that's kind of where we are there. Let's jump over to the crypto market. Obviously, Bitcoin $60,787, down 2.27% at the moment. Bitcoin dominance still pretty strong, 55.33%. Ethereum there, $2,373, up down 2.77%. Everything's down pretty much, except for Tron is up slightly there. Everything else is pretty much down. I'm just having a look through some of those. Down a couple of percentage points on most of the leaders there in crypto. Let's go to the Bitcoin price. Just have a quick look at that on the chart. Obviously, we're bounced above the 200-day moving average here on the blue line. We've managed to avoid a death cross, and we are in October there. We obviously need a bit more up on the October side as we lead into the US election on the 5th and the 7th there for the interest rate cuts. Looking more promising that Trump is doing better in the US election with momentum behind him. And, of course, we've got the interest rate cuts, maybe 25 basis points on the 5th, 7th of November. So that would get us to 4.75% on that. So that's kind of looking, pretty good. So we'll keep tabs of that. Looking at meme coins, everything's kind of mixed results. You can see there mixed results. We've still got Dodge at 15.7 billion, the #1 meme coin in the world, down actually up 2% for the week, up slightly today. A bit of mixed results there. Bonk is down 10% for the week, almost 5% today. That's almost half of it. We got Popcat, though, is up 90% for the week, but down 5.8% today. Nero is up massive this week, 93%, but down a little bit today. What else is pretty interesting? SPX has jumped into the mix, is at 240% up there. Not bad. Down 10% today, so a big mover there. Baby Dodge coin there, it's up 48% as well. Turbo up 30% for the week. And what else we got going? Yeah, Dogs on Maroons, which is the one we're looking at, is up 6% for the week, up slightly today. They're really just waiting for the tier 1s exchanges like Kraken. Once that happens, it's going to be up and away. And you can see Dogs chain, which is a bit cheeky from the Telegram chain there, is down slightly there at the moment. So waning interest there, even though it's on Telegram, the Telegram chain on ton. Dogs there just pulling off a little bit. So that's the meme coins. Total market 2.12 trillion, down 2.5% today. And the total market volume is 67.6 billion, is down 7% today. So a bit of mixed results today on the old market in October. So needing a little bit of emphasis, right? Let's get into the chat though. That's our crypto and stock market update. Let's see who's jumped in here. We got Empty Corner in the house there. Woohoo! Prayers to all of Florida Hexkins, absolutely. So really do pray for your protection there, and of course a big shout out to all the service workers there that are rescuing and getting things safe for people as much as possible. I did see some of the Florida motorways there blocked up on the images, so yeah, definitely pretty stressful there. But prayers for safety as much as possible there. Craig Pittenhouse there, morning all. A big shout out as well as Hex Token member there, 25 months. That is amazing, Empty Corner. I really do appreciate it. Up there with the some of the longest members on the channel support. So big shout out there. Craig writes in house there, morning all. Hey Craig, hope you're doing well. Always a pleasure. Hexcavator as well. Hey gang, hey, it's Hexcavator. And now what else have we got there? Prayers for all living in Florida, 100%. And Clinton's in the house there. Good morning, Hex Token crew. Hey Clinton, hope you're doing well. And Pulsechain altcoins says OMG and Donald Trump might be nice for election. You really got like those ones in particular, don't you? Trump's going to be great for election for sure. I'm not sure about OMG. I'm not sure what the background of that one is. Woogie Gang wants to pair them together. I see. We might need a little bit more alpha on that. Let us know in the Discord, and we'll check that out. All right, should we get into Pulsechain update? That's where we're going next. I said we're going to be rabbiting through this. So let's go for gold, and bam, there's Pulsechain. So this is pretty much the end results for day 516. I think I took the day off yesterday, didn't I? Didn't I take the day off, or was it the day before? I can't remember. I just covered Titan Farms yesterday. That was all I kind of did yesterday. Day 516 results. We've got quadruple 0517 for Pulsechain, down 3.7%, just above 50% of the mean sacrifice price there. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0289, down 5% at just below 29% of the mean sacrifice price. And the total burn there, buy and burn, is at 1 trillion, 22 billion. It is now 5.08% of the public supply has been bought up and burned. So that is pretty nice. Now, we know that the Pulsechain had a bit of a rally. It's just been cooled off the last couple of days. Incentive token, $2.19, down 5.5%. Now, obviously, 3.7% is the Pulsechain price. The rest is the ratio, 42,396. That might be testing the bottom of that line. Might want to check that today. Total coins apparently is 44.4 million. Presumably that's reasonably updated. And of course, Hex, which has been the shining light for at least 3-week rally. Was it 3-week rally? That is just cooling off at the moment at 1.43 cents there, down 5.7 cents, 5.7%. EHEX at the moment is at 2800th of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PX still looking pretty strong at a 1.7 cents there on Hex. So that's kind of where we are at the moment for a day of 516. Let's have a quick look at all the rest of the charts here. Now, I was just going to have a quick look at the incentive token. Not going to look particularly at the charts today. Probably look at those in more depth tomorrow. But let's have a look at the ratio to pulse for incentive token on the old Pulsex. And yeah, that's broken down the channel. But that's pretty. That's a little surprising. But that's broken down the channel there. That is below the channel. So let's see where it goes. I think it's going to run out of steam pretty soon. The RSI is getting pretty low, but it probably could go a little bit lower, maybe down to 40,000. So maybe that would be the new bottom of the channel there. I don't suspect it's really going to go too much further down, to be honest. But that is kind of where we are. Maybe get down to 40,000 on that ratio. But definitely RSI, looks like that would be a nice place for it to stop. Kind of cool. And let's just click out Hex at the moment. I'm just going to do Hex on Pulsechain. I don't want to pull out too many charts, but this is the two I'm going to pull out. We did get the bullish cross on the weekly on the moving averages. So the 50 over the 200 day, that's a very bullish sign. So this real retrace is probably going to stop around about where we are, to be honest. The RSI certainly got lots of room to move down on there, but let's have a look at the weekly. Weekly RSI is pretty hot too, 62. So yeah, might just cool off for the moment and take a bit of more of a breather there at this stage. So, but suspect it's going to stay well above 1 cent is where it's going to be, especially with the court case coming up on the 31st, which is 21 days away, 3 weeks. Can you believe it? We're not expecting an answer from the court case, of course. Could be 30 to 90 days after that before we get a response from the judge, and that's obviously going to be hyper bullish, but that doesn't mean the chart can't move, and the chart's already been moving up pretty close, got pretty close to the pre-SEC price of a Hex of 2 cents, so got to 1.8, didn't it? 1.8 something, so that's kind of where we are. Hex derivatives probably all down. No, well, Hedron's actually up 6.8% on Ethereum. Base, the 1-year Hex mining pool is up 2.3%, so not too bad there. Looking at the stable coins, speculative stable coins, PDI is down 5% at 3,800 to a penny. Influencer coins on Pulsechain, nothing really showing except for Ben, Bitboy Ben Armstrong. His V1 copy, that's a Pulsechain copy, is slightly flat there. That's pretty much it on those. Let's go to overall coins on Pulsechain. Man, we're running through these, aren't we? We're running through these today. Total volume, 17 million, so we're a bit lower than what we have been experiencing, 25 to 45 mil, but 17 million is still pretty good, and we'll take that. 262,000 transactions. Looking at the leaders at the moment, looks like we've got this Charm here, this Charmando token, 31%. I see it's got some Chinese characters there. It's pretty interesting. DWE, that is up 16%. Crow's up 14%. So some of these sort of meme coins. Maker, the fork protocol there, I guess that's the fork one, is up 14% there. 9mm, the big DEX there. Our number 2 DEX is up again 10%. So that's been having a pretty good run, the old 9mm. Let's quickly check out that. And yeah, okay, it's sort of slowly creeping up, isn't it? In the old 9mm there. RSI still got a bit of room to move to higher. What else there? We've got Hex Diamond is up 4.4%. So big shout out to the founder of Hex Diamond, still around somewhere. Used to come into the chats here. So I'm not sure where he is at the moment, but it's just price charts up a little bit there. So a little bit of movement there on Pulsechain. That is our wrap up. And of course, we were too early for the Hex Daily stats in terms of the payout. But I know Crispy Man's been covering Hex very, very well there recently. So kind of cool. That's our second part of the show. That was Pulsechain. That was in a nutshell. How fast was that? It was crazy fast. It was crazy fast. We got Archie in house there. Hi all. Hey, good to see Archie. The Don of Dons is in the house. We have the royalty of Archie here. Big shout out. All hail Archie, the Don of Dons there of the directorate, and big shout out. What have we got? The Yakuza. We got what else we got? Yakuza. We got the Syndicate. Yeah, we got Syndicate. What else is in the families? The Illuminati and the Hustlers. Those are the 4 families in the directorate there. Big shout out, and Archie leads it all. He is the Don of Dons. I say that because he's the most feared, he's the most powerful, and he's the most genius. He's the smart man in the game. So it's all true. All the rumors are true, and it's pretty epic. Now, a lot of people think that they're making moves on the mafia. They think they're really good. They get on Cult DeFi show, and they think that they're actually making big moves, but they have no idea what's happening in this game. That's the funny part about it. That's why I love having a Don of Don Archie in the house. So big shout out to you. Speaking of Cult DeFi, there he is. Hey, Superman. Good to see you, Cult DeFi. Keep up the great work. Big shout out to you. Doing some spectacular work there with onboarding influencers and new families over the B&B Mafia. Big shout out there. And doing a wonderful job. I got to watch a couple of your videos, to be honest. Wookie's in house there. Nice one, Wookie. Wookie, the Syndicate Capo. He knows what we're talking about with the Mafia. He is the #1 hitman. So big shout out there. To keep DeFi. Ha ha ha. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Love it when you talk on the families with the families and all that. It's kind of cool. You give them this encouragement, but of course, there's another level of game played, and it's pretty fun. Hey everyone, appreciate what you do, Superman. Hey, I appreciate you being here. That's all I can say. We're basically sharing the journey together, aren't we? We're sharing the journey together in this bull market, which is really just starting to get to that hyperbolic sort of move. So we're looking for that. All right, let's bring in the next part of the show, the TitanX ecosystem. I'm going to bring up a whole new dashboard for that, and we're going to get the TitanX ecosystem, Titan Farms, of course. We're going to talk about Zen birthday and, of course, X1 chain. Looking forward to that as well, right? So if you haven't joined our strategy chat, you want to get into it, this is the place to be. The link's in the video description. Only $35 a month, really good value, and we've got constant intel going in there all day. We've got a really great bunch of people in the strategy club, so really, really, really awesome. Join up today. Links in the video description. Maybe Wookie will post his one as well. All right, let's jump in here. We're going to go for gold, literally, well, crypto. We're going for crypto, but gold and crypto. How about that? All right, so let's bring it in. Let's go here. So this is TitanX ecosystem on Ethereum. So switch over from Pulsechain to Ethereum, and we've actually got a couple of projects in the TitanX ecosystem that are on Pulsechain, and there's going to be more of those in the future. probably by November, December even. So we can talk about that. So at the moment, we've got Pulsar, speaking of Pulsechain. So this is sort of the TitanX Pulsechain project here. Crypto Kool-Aid, you know him, Gearheads. This is from them. They're also playing Mafia, of course. There we go. They're up 15.7% today. They've got a bit more of a rollout, as I understand, to happen. So we're looking forward to that. I think they had security checks last time. I think it was happening. It was kind of a stealth launch. It didn't work out quite right, but they're getting things on board as far as I understand. And so that seems to be up 15.75%. Now, Hydra is getting a lot of attention because of the Titan farms. There's not a lot of Hydra around, and even though more Hydra is coming out over the next sort of week or two, people need it to match with their DragonX to go on the Titan farm. So we're seeing a bit of a lift there in the Hydra, and particularly the ratio. So it's up 14% at the moment. It's doing pretty good. TitanX is up itself 9%. In fact, these are some pretty big milestones. So let's talk about TitanX quickly with the price chart. And I'm just going to hide the overlays there and go full screen. Let's go full screen on this. This is TitanX, and look what's happened. Look what's happened. It's over 1,000. It's lost a zero. It's looking amazing. So lost a zero here on TitanX, and we're at 501,043. This is big deal. I cannot say this enough. This is a big deal. It is exciting to see. And what's happening with TitanX? It's going deflationary. It's I don't know how you're going to define hyperdeflationary, but it's already looks pretty hyperdeflationary. It's pretty outstanding. It's going down by, I don't know what today's was, what, 7 trillion a decrease. I mean, this is insane. So we're going to look at that in a minute. Pretty exciting. So this is TitanX. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So looking forward to this. So let's go to the weekly chart here on TitanX. This is the medium of exchange. Think of it like that. The medium of exchange for the whole ecosystem. One that is going to be hyperdeflationary. It's not like the Federal Reserve is printing it. It is going hyperdeflation. That is the chart at the moment. Watch this chart. In the next 2 to 3 months, this thing is going to go through the moon, to the moon. This thing's going to take, it's about as certain as anything is certain in crypto. This thing's about to go through the moon, right? So just remember that. You saw it here. We're talking about it. This thing is going to the moon, right? It's going up that way. It's going, I've got my overlays in here, but you get my point. It's going to the moon. So it's going to be pretty crazy. All right, so that is TitanX. We're going to talk about that now. So let's go into the Titan Hub. This is TitanX Hub from Mike Dean. He's kind of the #1 data guy. Him and his compatriot there. They make this up. So let's go into the TitanX and have a look at the total inflation at the moment. What's the total inflation? We're at 53 trillion. Oh my gosh. OMG. All right, so this is down about 7 trillion or something like that. Let me see, add the numbers here. About 7 trillion or so in the last 24 hours. Since yesterday that I looked, it's gone down from 55.4 down to 53 trillion. OMG. This is just nothing is in the crypto that's like this. This is species unique, as they would say. Species unique. This is insanity. And of course, I've said this before, TitanX is going to take over Ethereum, and then it's going to go omni-chain. It's going to go omni-chain. And that's all going to happen this year. So you're in crypto is a place where greatness is had. You find it. And of course, here is something new. This TitanX ecosystem is going to go ballistic. It already is. It already is. And the price is going to show up very soon. As you can see, it's already starting to rise up there on the weekly. This thing is, expect more weekly green candles. This thing is going to be going ballistic. It is very exciting. So let's go into that. So that's the current inflation at the moment, 53 trillion, which is now a 25.85% liquid. So remember that it was over 30%, I think, yesterday. Or the day before. It's now 25.85%. That's pretty insane. You can see there. So what is coming out left? What is coming left? I think it's, I haven't added it up, but it's probably like 6 trillion or something left. Something really minuscule, maybe 6.5. There's not much left to come out as far as I know. Hopefully I got those numbers right, but I think that's about right. And let's have a look at what's coming out in addition. So we're about to enter hyperdeflation. We've still got some inflation to come out. So let's go down to the 90 days. Man, is this exciting? This chart is so exciting at the moment. That is the 90-day future. That's the future stuff coming out. Woohoo! So we're coming off this day. This is the day that we're finishing. How long away? 40 minutes. We're going to finish this purple chart. Then we're going to go on to the orange chart. Boo-hoo-hoo, 815 billion. Well, that's not going to be a problem because we're going down by multi-trillions every day at the moment. So that's going to get eaten up like a good apple pie in good old Louisiana. You know who you are. You know I'm talking about Louisiana. So that's going pretty good. 815 billion. That is where what we're on today. In about an hour's time, we'll be starting that candle. And then look at that. After that, we really have got very small candles. We've got a couple of 600 billions to come out, but then it's just down, down, down. It's crazy. I'm just having a look at some of these. Yeah, by the time we get through this orange one here on the 18th of October, there's nothing over $500 billion or 500 billion. This goes down, down, down. I mean, we're going to get down to candles like this. Look at us, 110 billion. That's going to be in the mix. 110, 126. There are so many low candles. By the time we're in early mid, probably mid-November, we've only got very tiny candles. I mean, these things are a blip on the radar. I mean, 94 billion there. This one here is only 50 billion. That's on the 13th of November, and you can see it just tapers off into nothingness. So by the time we get to this little blue candle here, that's on the 4th of December. There's nothing there. And so yeah, we're burning through trillions right now. It is insane, and Titan Farm's playing a big role. But we've also got more projects coming, right? So it's pretty awesome. So let's go have a look at some of the other ones. So that was TitanX. We're also seeing some things happening with the Titan Farms. And of course, we see that the ratio, the DragonX, is going up. So pretty awesome. So DragonX to Hydra to DragonX has been going up. You can see that. That shouldn't be happening. If TitanX Farm was here, that would not be happening. We would just be selling onto the market. But because Titan Farms is here, we have seen the opposite happen because people need Hydra. There's not a lot around and to go into the Titan Farms with the old DragonX. So that is the play on that one. Pretty cool. Now, what's the other thing we've seen with that? Let's jump into some of these others. Obviously, we've got some others doing pretty well. We've got Inferno up at 5.8%. Janus there on Pulsechain is up 1.6% there as well. Hyper is the sleeping giant, I think. Hyper is the sleeping giant. It is down 2% today, but keep a lookout for that. That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of good projects amongst this list here. Now, Vault obviously has been spectacular. Vault there is obviously in its second day perpetual auction, so day 12. And of course, you can see the price doing pretty well. But let's go to the ratio to TitanX. That is currently 21,000. So looking very good. Remember, this is going to go hyper deflationary with the buy and burn and action play. It's got Lotus coming up. It's going to have the Vault wheel. It's going to have the Vault vision. You guys might not have heard about that, but it's basically the vision of the founder, Steve. And this thing is going to be flying like a real spinning wheel. And not only is it going to be benefiting Vault, it's going to be benefiting DragonX. It's going to be benefiting Inferno. It's going to be benefiting Hydra. So this thing is going to be pretty massive. Look out for that. Viper's coming as well. This thing is going to be pretty clever by the next couple of weeks. A lot of stuff launching in that space. So watch out for Vault. That's pretty outstanding. And also, obviously, it's still trending at number 6. You can see it at the top here, number 6 on Ethereum. It is still trending here. Look at that. So number 5, just moved number 5. Thank you for that. Just moved up a place that was a bit easier. So Vault's doing extremely well. Big shout out to Steve. That is hot. This is a hot property. And the inflation is going down. Let's have a quick look at the inflation while we're here. I am so excited about where this ecosystem is heading. It is pretty amazing. And of course, you guys are all about mad gains. That's why we're covering these projects that are making mad gains. You don't, if you get emotionally attached to a ecosystem, you look at its merits, but don't, try and keep emotionally neutral. You're looking for mad gains, right? If you miss mad gains because you're emotionally attached to something, you're going to regret that, right? You're going to watch other people go, get the mad gains, and you're going to miss out. So just remember that. So what we got? Well, what today's auction? Day 12, as I said. ROI still 111%, not too bad. How much is in the auction today? 29 million Vault. Remember, they started off 100 million the first 10 days, and there's 55 million liquidity. So 29 million in today's Vault. Pretty good. Yesterday was 35, I think, 35 on day 11. That was the first perpetual auction. Today's the second one. Now, remember, this Vault doesn't come from new inflation. It just comes from the buy and burn. 50% of the buy and burn goes into the perpetual auctions, and then of that amount, only 20% goes in the auction every day. So it should wind down over time. But the value of Vault should go up over time. That's kind of the idea. So yeah, kind of very neat there. 14.73% is burned so far, looking pretty good. So that the whole vision for that's going to get even bigger in the weeks ahead. Obviously, Lotus coming as well. So I can't wait to see the Vault flywheel. I think that's going to, Vault wheel. I think it's going to be amazing, and we're looking forward to see that in action. That's some real genius there coming from Steve, and some other tricks up his sleeve as well. So Vault's going to be pretty exciting. DragonX, of course, is the super whale. This has obviously been sold off, especially with the farms launching. So a lot of the projects were victim of the farms. because people are reallocating. We expect that volatility. People want to get 50% of two pairs. They have to swap over stuff. So we have seen the DragonX get pushed down to 10.6 on the ratio. So dramatic, really. You can see that on the hourly. Let's go to the daily. That's the daily. And we can see the ratio is down quite dramatically. We had the gold mode candle, right? This gold mode candle, that ended up being the top of the chart at 27. So it's 27 TitanX per DragonX. It has come down to 10.7 there as people are repositioning themselves in the old TitanX farm. So we're going to have volatility while that's the case. And of course, but obviously there's so much bullish stuff coming for DragonX. Going to be amazing. Get into Strategy Club. We talk about it all the time. There's lots of stuff coming for DragonX. It is just the opportunity to pick up at the moment. All right, so what else are we going to talk about? I think that was it. The meme coins, JKX down the bottom there, down 24%. Baby DragonX down 22% on the back of DragonX going down. And then, of course, the Titan Farms, right? Titan Farms, Tink token. Tink. You got to tink around the Tink token. This thing is looking like a boss. Yeah, boy, looking like a boss. It's at $16 at the moment. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. See if we can get everything. That's the hourly chart. Look at that. Pretty good. So we had the top of the range at the beginning. First day was $76. The bottom of the range has been about $10.40. We're currently at $16.10, looking pretty good. So that is where we are at the moment on Titan Farms. Let's go have a look at on the DAP. If you guys haven't been to Titan Farms, you definitely should check it out. The yields at the moment are through the roof. This is pretty amazing. And it's got a lot of bullish things happening. So I'm not going to go into all the details about Titan Farms. I know that Rags to Riches did a video on Titan Farms, so definitely check that out, especially if you're new to liquidity. This is really democratizing providing liquidity and in mad gains. Now, obviously, there are risks with this. There's very slight permanent loss from my point of view, but also the price of Tink can change around a lot, so that it will affect your yields as well. But at the moment, this is looking hot. And look at this. I'm glad that I'm streaming right now. $20 million is now in the Titan Farms in less than 24 hours. I mean, we must be about 22, 23 hours into the first day, and they've hit $20 million. I mean, come on, guys. This is spectacular. That is actually spectacular. They now, of all the liquidity pairs that are supported in here at the moment, which has just started off with the core pairs that start off with Dragon and Hydra, DragonX, TitanX, Tink and TitanX, Vault TitanX, Wrapped ETH TitanX, and Hyper TitanX. These are the pairs, and of course, at the moment, 72.68% of all liquidity in Uniswap for this V3s particularly are there now dominated. 72% are dominated by Titan Farms. They are taking over the utility pools. Now, this is for TitanX today. TitanX today, the core pairs, then the non-core pairs likely next, step 2, and then step 3, the non-TitanX ecosystem LP pools, particularly the big ones with the big volume. This is going to be ginormous, folks. This is so easy. This is made, you don't have to go into Uniswap and try to work it out. You just have to go into these. These are basically NFTs that are already managing the liquidity. You go into those and they manage it for you, and you earn pretty mad gains. The idea is that it earns all these fees. As the volume gets bigger, it earns more fees. So as you go from $10 million in volume to $20 million of volume, it's pretty much not one-to-one, but pretty close. And you just earn more fees. So that's what some people are going to be looking out for the buy and burn. And then don't get this. This is TitanX. This is no ordinary ecosystem. They're going to make a protocol, most likely, probably whole devs out there making protocols for the Tink token, and that's going to keep yields up really high. This ecosystem is going to be stupendously good. So it's going to be amazing. At the moment, let's have a look at some of the yields. We've got the DragonX Hydra at 42,000%. So as we said, that's impacted the Hydra chart and the DragonX chart. So we got 4,200%, amazing. Dragon TitanX 1,400% for that. Tink TitanX is at 5,400%. And of course, we've got Vault there at 1,600%. Wrapped ETH TitanX at 2,500%. And Hyper TitanX at 3,300%. This is incredible. And I think we're going to see some pretty spectacular things with this protocol. Now, we had some updates overnight. We got these little buttons here, farms only. So you can click farms only if you were actually connected to your wallet. You can harvest all. So if you're in multiple farms, you'll be able to harvest all. That button wasn't there last night. So that's a brand new update. The other update is really huge, is this calculator. See, it's a little blink light. It's a little blinking, blink 182. You can click on that, and that will give you an idea of your yield. Typically, probably best to do daily and then go day or seven days to give you some sort of idea. Pretty exciting. So those are kind of cool things that have been added. The other thing is, if you go to the page 2, you can see the burn operating. And of course, at the moment, all the pools have actually been paused. So they're not even operating for the burn, except for the buy burn Tink with TitanX. This is the only one that's operating, this one here. And you can see at the moment, if I zoom in a little bit more, you can see that there is a $24,000 in fees. So imagine you're going into an NFT. The NFT is managing all the Uniswap. You don't have to do it. And it's pretty much a full range across a V3 pool. So it's acting like a V2, minimizing that impermanent loss, especially if you're in the tokens that are pretty similar. So pretty exciting. And you're earning mad gains. I mean, it's pretty no-brainer, right? That's kind of the thing. Once again, not financial advice, do your own due diligence, but pretty special. At the moment, the call is 120 million TitanX every 33 minutes. Sorry, every 1 hour, sorry. So every 1 hour, it is 33 minutes. And what's that? Next call possible, daily 32 minutes. Okay. So yeah, it's got every hour is callable, 120 million TitanX, which is currently, I don't know what that is, but that is about maybe 150 bucks or something. So that's kind of there. There's a little fee here for that at the moment, and the total amount in the pool, $24,000. So if you add up all the pools, these other ones are all not operating. So the burn's not at full operations yet, but we got the 8,500 up here, 10, so it's 10, 11,000, 12, 13,000, 18,000. What's that? 30, 42,000, over $45,000 already in the first day. And that are accumulating, and of course they'll probably turn them on later on, some of the rest of these farms, and the burn will go up bigger. At the moment, there are 57,000 Tink tokens in existence. That excludes pending rewards, so rewards people haven't claimed. Tink price there is currently $16 pretty much, and the Tink burn, very small start there, 77 Tink burned at $1,240, but that's going to ramp up. Very cool. And that's only all these money that's in here, this 45K, is only going to ramp up with the more volume that's going in, and the more turnover you're going to get. It's going to get bigger and bigger. Watch this number. This farm is taking over crypto on Ethereum. It is going to be a game changer. So watch out for that. And there'll be tons of pools in here. You watch it. It's going to be pretty fun. Now, there's only one Tink per second, and it gets allocated between all these pools. So you will see this dynamically change. So at the moment, you've got the different pools. Let's go to the farms. Actually, you can see the different pools, and they will change. So this one here changed last night. This was 0.17. It's now 0.16. And what happened is that the DragonX one got incentivized to the upside. So it moved up from, I think it was 0.15 or 6. I think it was 1.6 up to 1.7. So that's how that one Tink that's distributed across all the pools, that is fixed in the system. It cannot change. All they can do is change the allocations to different pairings, which is a very cool mechanism. It'll be able to use this. It'll be able to target stuff. Not only can they target the rewards and the yields, but they can also target the burns as well. Very cool in particular. So looking forward to this. This is going to be a juggernaut. It really makes it easy. Anyone can come in and participate in an NFT. You get some points in there, and it manages it. So pretty epic. All right, so that is kind of cool on Titan Farms. So looking pretty cool, and it's completely caused all sorts of chaos in the TitanX ecosystem charts because people are repositioning to get into those pools, right? So that's kind of what you've seen there at the moment. So kind of cool. That is pretty much a summary of where things are at for on those ones. Let's quickly look at the roadmap moving ahead. So the roadmap moving ahead there, we've got more projects launching this week. So, I talked about that supply being really low, going down by trillions with Titan Farms, and of course, Hydra's operating, Flux is operating, Vault's operating. These are eating up TitanX. Well, now we're also going to have more protocols coming. We've got AwesomeX. That's going to be beneficial for DragonX, TitanX. So that's coming up on the 11th. So that's going to be counting down. Let's have a look at that. So countdown there for that is on Mike Dean's dashboard. 1 day and 14 hours and 25 minutes to go for AwesomeX. That's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, after that, we're going to have Element 280, which is another one of the DeFi's Titan Farm. When we were expecting 3 big DeFi's Titan Farms, which is out. Element 280 is coming next. This is a juggernaut too. It's going to be a big super buyer of all TitanX, all things TitanX. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Easy for people to onboard to. They can just go into Element 280, get an NFT, and participate. They earn yield. They just keep earning Element 280 coins for that too. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that. And of course, it's going to be continuous buyer. Something like 14 different LP pools are going to be set up. This is a big deal, this Element 280. So a big shout out to the dude from Helios for that. And of course, he also runs Janus as well. So pretty cool, some super dev in the ecosystem. Then, of course, we're going to have the Element 280. The Element 280 countdown is 2 days and 13 hours away, 25 minutes. So that's the play. You can use Ethereum or TitanX to go Element 280. But I think for AwesomeX, I just think it is just TitanX. Let me just double check. I think that is TitanX there, awesome. Use TitanX to mint AWX, so that's what you're going to be. Awesome X there. So that is the play there. So TitanX for both of them, but also Element 280 allows you to use ETH as well. So there we go, pretty bullish. So those are 2 projects. Felix question mark, don't know when that's going to be launching. Ouroboros did have a countdown, but that's been removed. So I've just moved Ouroboros back to the 15th until we get some certainty there. As you can see, Ouroboros there, the big lending. This is the 3rd big DeFi. And stablecoin has been deferred from the looks of it. So we're waiting for that to come up. We're probably going to have Scale project launched maybe towards the end of October for Baby DragonX, so it'll probably lift that up. And of course, Vault there is going to be benefited from Lotus, as well as, of course, the Vault wheel and all the other secret source that's coming from Steve regarding the Vault project, which was also already going hyperinflationary. Going to be pretty awesome. So that's kind of it on Ouroboros. And of course, Viper's coming there maybe at the end. I think it's going to be possibly around the 369 payout. Speaking of three, and that's going to benefit DragonX in particular. But we're going to have TitanX there coming on the 30th of October. That is the big payoff. That is $6.5 million in Ethereum sitting to be paid out, and about 2.7 million is going to DragonX, the super whale, and that's going to go and buy more TitanX off the market. Whatever's left, is there going to be anything left of it to buy? I don't know. And it's also going to stake the TitanX and basically burn it. Basically, it's effectively a burn, and pretty exciting. And then everyone else that's getting paid, they're probably going to go back into the system, dude. The majority of them, I would suspect, are going to go back in and buy all the good stuff before the price. It's probably going to run away by that time anyway. But they're going to want to catch on the train before it really gets to Dallas or something. That's going to play there. And then, of course, November, we're looking at many things like Titan Game, X28, which is going to be Omni-Chain. That's going to be absolute game changer. There are so many other projects coming as well. These are just some of the projects there. Godex, AlienX, what else? Inferno. I don't know why I got that twice, but Flare, Matrix, Morpheus, they're all coming down the line there. It's going to be absolutely beneficial. So they're going to benefit Hyper. DragonX is going to get benefited. Inferno is going to get benefited. This is huge, right? And we can see a few of these have been added into the list. So we've got obviously Lotus coming up. That's the 26th. We've got X Wars coming up there. We've got WarpX and AlienX. So these are all brand new, being added into the mix here. I think mostly from the Blaze team. So pretty exciting what's coming forward to. This is a coin market cap has been created on TitanX. Can you see that? It's coin market cap. It's CoinGecko, but it's for TitanX, and it's taking over Ethereum, and then it's going to take over all the other chains, Omni-Chain. It's going to be insane. Of course, TitanX is going to get burned up in X28. This thing is so real. It's going to blow minds. So that's kind of a summary there of where things are at. It's only going to get bigger and bigger. So awesome stuff there happening for that. And of course, the farm's looking very good. 20 million bucks, man, inside a day. That's incredible. Probably still got about an hour to go, I think, from memory. Actually, about 20 minutes to go before it launches. So this is almost a full day where the incentive TIG token was operating. It was just over 20 hours, of course, since it has been up and running. But TIG token is almost 24 hours. So we're about 20 minutes away from 24 hours for TIG token being in existence. So that's really what got things going. So that's kind of cool. TitanX, pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. Let's refresh it now, see if it went down again. 53.61, so a little bit of inflation came in there. But man, we're about to end that big day, and we're going to start the last big day, or what, the 800 billion or so. That is pretty epic. So we're starting this orange candle in about 20 minutes, 815 billion. Then it's down from here. I mean, this is crazy good. So exciting. Now, Jake Sharp was pretty excited about it. So let's get into some of his comments. Before I do, though, let's catch up on the chat. BTC is a scam and it's going to zero, says Loxy. I don't know about that. Refine's in house said, woo, good to see you, Refined. Sandy Beach says, hello, Hex Token, everybody. Hey, Sandy, hope you're doing well out there. Let's get into the max here of Jake Sharp. He's been posting all the last 24 hours, and why not? The ecosystem is really going ballistic. Now, one of the cool things was there was a whole ton of whales that were trying to sell down TitanX, and they were dumping down. But now they're pretty much out as far as I can tell. And the chart is starting to rally, as we saw. It just lost lost a zero. TitanX is on the ascendancy now. Very cool. So those whales will probably have to pay much more money on the way back up, right? This is the way it goes. Take the green pill. Obviously doing lots of great. Social media is just growing huge for Jake Sharp. I'm very excited about that. What's his impressions? 4.9 million impressions, up 138%. So doing pretty well there. Yeah, pretty awesome. It's highlighting the tokenomics going down so fast. What was it, 7 trillion or something in 24 hours or so. Pretty amazing. Everyone is farming, of course, on Titan Farms. We've covered that in pretty good review. What else there? Yeah, busy in the fields today, farming. Everyone's loving the farming, so that's amazing. The Mo is an influencer in the TitanX space there. Forget the red pools to take the green pool. Absolutely. What else there? Congrats to Eric, says from John Paralis and team. TitanX and build on TitanX just leveled up. Amazing UI, amazing execution, all while sick with pneumonia. You're a savage. So obviously Eric, who's the founder of TitanX and Titan Farms as well as DragonX, has been quite ill. So we wish him a best recovery, speedy recovery there, and prayers, of course. Yeah, pretty awesome. So lots of cool things happening in the farms, and deflationary is happening. What do we have there from Jake? Yeah, TitanX has been deflationary 9 out of the last 9 days. How about that? And of course, we've been tracking those numbers. Kind of cool. Titan Farms is taking TitanX to another level. Certainly is. That's from Stevie D. He's the founder, of course, of Vaults. So pretty cool. So we've got lots of cool things happening there. Yeah, if you haven't seen a must watch, you can watch Titan Farms of Dummies. This is by Rags to Riches. So you can see Rags talking about that. What else we got going here? Yeah, big changes in the LP. In fact, I think we had some good numbers there. Yeah, just going down all the time. It's like it gone down. The amount of TitanX and supply has gone way down since he's been posting about it. What else we got there? Hydra is still absolutely smashing it in the background. So yeah, now if you want to watch this video on Titan Farms, this is for dummies. I'll post this. This is from Rags to Riches. So I'll post that. It's a nice little talks a little about LP and stuff like that. So Titan Farms, and that is a video on that. So big shout out to Rags for that one. Nice educational video. And of course, the website for Titan Farms, you can get to that as well through the TitanX hub. Hydra is still absolutely smashing it in the background with 1 million liquidity. Yeah, all the liquidity is getting bigger actually. So first in Titan Farms, you take over the existing liquidity and then you attract all this new liquidity. And so liquidity has just gone over 20 million. Amazing stuff. Very cool. Yeah, we had a max like 17 million yesterday, and it's gone past that because of new liquidity is coming in. So as well as the price is going up. Pretty cool. Eric there says also now you can harvest all your fees on the farm. Absolutely. Vault powered TitanX with 5.7 million in liquidity. So this is $1 million. Vault's been super successful. Gets a lot of profile on Ethereum. Very cool. What else there? So cool stuff happening from Jake. Titan Farms is doing massive thing and putting TitanX on the map. TitanX liquidity has almost doubled in the last 12 hours. I know it's insane. Amazing stuff is going on here. It's actually how faster Rabby. So Rabby now supports TitanX. So they've been really updating their updating the tokens really quickly in Rabby Wallet. If you're not using Rabby Wallet, you're still in MetaMask, you should really move to Rabby Wallet. I know MetaMask has got better, but Rabby's still better. It's just a lot smoother experience. OMG, the TitanX stats look beautiful right now. They certainly do. What else we got going here? So lots of cool posts, bullish posts from Jake Sharp at the moment. It's yeah, so here was a bit about the whales. So a group of hardcore malicious whales is fully out. Top 50 has been cleansed, failed attack, can't beat the machines. Resistance is futile. Yeah, you got to remember that TitanX got all these buy and burns and other things operating. It's just crazy. All these protocols. It is even whales get dashed. So here is the a picture of the inflation in TitanX. You can see it was ramping up. It got all the way up to about 77 trillion. It is all the way down now. It says 60 trillion here, but it's actually all the way down here now. It's all the way down here, and you can see it's been deflating here in supply. So this thing's going to get real scarce, the old TitanX, and the price is just going to reflect that, right? That is, you're here at the right time if you want to catch the train. It's just lost at zero, so you do your own due diligence, but looks pretty amazing. Titan Farms course, pretty cool. Titan Farms takes off, so lots of cool stuff there. It's making waves just a day after launch. This is only 1 day in, and we've got this $20 million, and it's just absolutely booming. The yield's amazing. Titan Farms looking absolutely hot. Resistance is futile, that's for sure. What else we got from Jake Sharp there? You are not ready for what hyperdeflation looks like. Nothing close to this has ever happened before. Absolutely. This is species unique, as I say, TitanX ecosystem. Yeah, you've got to catch on now. If you don't catch on now, you're going to be, in a week's time, you're going to be too late. This is insane. So really at that pivot point right now. And by the time you get to the end of October, you're probably going to have to pay much higher to get in the system. That's all I'm going to say. Particularly if you're going to Hydra miners, you got to buy TitanX to go Hydra miners. Man, the Hydra price is going to go up. Hydra miner price is going to go up through the roof. Already has gone up like 2x. So You get my point. 12 trillion liquid disappeared in the last 72 hours. Look at that. 12 trillion there. That's 7 hours ago. That's even bigger than what I was saying. So 12 trillion. Amazing. Amazing. So pretty exciting. This thing is about to go hyper deflationary. It is insane. And of course, the Titan Farms has changed the game with NFT farming. So people don't have to work out how to do it on Uniswap. They can just do it through the NFT and earn man gains here. And Hydra is obviously doing spectacular as well. Hydra doing Hydra things. And you need TitanX to get Hydra, remember. So just remember that. Juicy APRs, of course, on there. We just went through those. Absolutely spectacular. So some good things happening. Let me just jump through some of these. Really good updates today. Liquidity going down 32% 5 days ago. Now 25.9% is liquid TitanX. Remember, there's not hardly any TitanX coming out anymore. What did we say? About 6 trillion or so, something in that ballpark, if I remember rightly. So that's kind of put maybe 7. I don't know, 6, 7. So that's kind of cool. Let's see what else there. This is just deflation. Hyperdeflation is a whole another monster soon. So we're not actually quite at that point from Jake's perspective, but we've had dramatic deflation, and hyperdeflation will really do some crazy things to the TitanX price and, of course, to the Hydra miners as well. All right, so Eric, also the founder of Titan Farms and DragonX. Farm rewards are so juicy, he says. So he's been posting out and, of course, doing some cool things. What else there? Wow, we have beautiful Rabby wallet support, which I highlighted before. It's pretty awesome. Awesome. You can now harvest all your fees and filter. This was the big update we saw. You can see my farms only, and you can harvest all your fees. That's a lot better probably for gas and everything else. So that's going to make it really efficient there. Part of the reason why the bull run is not kicking it off is because Coles and influencers are shilling the wrong projects. Nobody talks about this. Yeah, it's time to talk about the winners here, and we tried to talk about the winners. So kind of cool. What else there? Hydra breaking the matrix. Yeah, Hydra doing pretty well there. There's not much of it around as well. Yeah, 1,000% on Hydra ROIs, pretty amazing. You need TitanX for them though. Just remember that. So if you're doing Hydra miners, that is the play. Get into our strategy club more on that. So that is pretty much it on a TitanX ecosystem. Man, we ran through that like a racer. But man, it is exciting stuff happening there. Titan Farms, that's a good video there from Rag, so check that out. Titan Farms is looking hot. It is huge, and it's only just begun. So it's gonna be fun. Making some mad gains, and then a lot of people that will make mad gains in those farms will just be reinvesting it. So just because they know hyperdeflation is coming for TitanX. So it's a no-brainer there. Now, I wanted to get into X1 and Zen because it's birthday time. We like to celebrate birthdays. I know that Sandy Beach likes to celebrate a birthday. And there's Sandy Beach right there. She celebrates birthdays for how long, Sandy? Maybe a week, probably, something like that. Archie says Strategy Club is seriously legit. It is. So if you haven't joined up, the link's in the video description. So definitely join up today for that. I don't think Wookie posted his link. So definitely join up. The link's in the video description. $35 a month, really good value, covering some of the hottest things in crypto. And we also have a Mafia group in there as well. Mafia on Pulsechain is looking huge. #1 GameFi, massive amount of money in there. And it's only going to be and the first metaverse coming to Pulsechain. And it's going to be 4 chains now at the moment. Crazy. The calls in there have been unbelievable, says Archie. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Strategy Club rocks. That's all we can say. All right, so let's get into the birthday spirit. Let's get into it. And, of course, here we are. We got Jack Levin. Some people call him the vampire. And, of course, we've got Happy Zen 2nd birthday. And to all the Zenians and hash heads. Hash heads are people that are mining. There's a lot of mining opportunities in Zen, of course. Soul Zen, Zen blocks, things like that. Validating. It's pretty exciting. Now, X1's got to be getting pretty close. I'm thinking maybe November. November's got to be looking pretty good. It's technically ready to launch. I think they're just getting the tokenomics right and a few of their strategic stuff with partners and stuff. But I think probably November, probably after the election. Hopefully Trump wins and things are away there. So it's got to be getting pretty close there. And, of course, we've been covering other things like, Zencat and things like that. So it's been pretty cool. So happy birthday to Jack Levin, who said that, the Master Vampire. And, of course, looking forward to X1. That is really the end game for Zen, is X1. So Zen's obviously on 13 chains plus Bitcoin and stuff like that. BRC Technologies played around in a lot of things. But I really do think that X1 is the main game there and probably going to be one of the most successful chains, new chains in the bull market. So it's got to launch at the right time. November would be pretty good for that. So that is that. And let's have a quick look at some of the charts. We've got the Soul Zen. People are mining that at the moment. That's down 4.5%. Soul Zen Cap, which I've covered many times, that is down 16% at the moment. But it's had a pretty good run recently. And, of course, Zen itself on Ethereum is down 8.4% at the moment. So all good pickups at the moment. So you're going to try and get waiting for the tokenomics and the burning for X1 chain. Once those tokenomics come out, these charts will all hyper rally. Looking forward to that. We'll try and keep close tabs on that one as they come. There it is. Yeah, join Strategy Club today with Wookie's amazing link. How about that? It's a good way to finish the show. 15 minutes on the hour. I think we did pretty good. We ran through crypto, we ran through the stock market, we ran through Pulsechain, we ran through TitanX ecosystem, we ran through Titan Farms quite a bit, and of course we also went through the Zen birthday and happy birthday out there, and of course X1 as well. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, the bell, share the channels around, really helps. And I will catch you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and bye for now. Woohoo! As we say, woohoo! Actually, let's give us another special shout out to Empty Coiner, a member for 25 months. Woohoo! Prayers to all those of the people in Florida, absolutely, and Hexkins included. How about that? All right, take care, everybody. Bye for now. Let's go. Let's go party. Let's go party.